Let's never fuss or ride, and only you can take me there. No, I don't want you for the night, cause I want this life to share. Yes, never live my love,
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. I cannot believe we are already in December. That's so crazy. This year went by so fast for me. It was such an incredible year. I had so much fun, and I'm just really grateful to have had a really good year. So I thought I would sit down and film my favorites from last month. So it will be my November favorites. I found some really cool things. I'm excited to share these items with you guys, and I hope that you find some inspiration or some new recommendations for some really great products to try. My first favorite of the last month has definitely got to be my jewelry collection. I am obsessed with fashion and jewelry as well as beauty, but fashion is such a huge part of me. I designed a collection earlier this year with Maggiore, and it was super successful. It was for this ring right here. I'll do a close-up so you guys can see it, and a lot of you guys really loved it, so we thought we would team up again and create a more broader collection with more items. So I designed 3 pieces in the collection. I have a necklace, a pair of earrings, and a bracelet, which I'm wearing right there. And they're all in 18 karat gold for May, and then they have 3 white sapphires in the middle, and I feel like it kind of makes the shape of a flower or kind of like a heart. It's really cute. They're very dainty and delicate pieces. It just adds a little bit of sparkle to your outfit, and they're great for every day. And because the quality is so good with the 18 karat gold for May, they're not going to tarnish or change color. It's just like a perfect little set that you can wear, and then you just kind of forget about it, and like you don't have to think about taking them off because they're very delicate and dainty. Maggiore is a pretty small brand, and everything is handmade, and they have a very close relationship to their jewelers. These pieces are not like mass produced in some big factory. Everything is made with a lot of love, a lot of attention to detail, and that's something that I really appreciate about the brand, and that's why I wanted to work with them. And I wanted to make sure we did this collection around the holiday season because I think it's something that's so great to give as a gift. Everything comes individually wrapped and packaged, pretty much comes ready to gift to someone, so you don't have to think about wrapping it or anything. And there is a little personalized name card inside, which I think is really cute and a nice little detail. And I just want to give you kind of a little backstory on what the inspiration behind this collection was. Pretty much for the last few years, I only wear like little studs in my ears. Before I got these, I used to wear like one kind of big diamond in my ear. So when it came to designing these pieces, I wanted something that would kind of resemble that one big diamond, but that would be a little bit more modern. So I thought of putting these 3 little white sapphires together, and that would kind of make like the illusion of a big diamond. And they just look so classic and feminine, and they add a little bit of sparkle to the face, which I love. And then I wanted a necklace that you could wear alone every single day, or that you could layer with other pieces as well. So I thought of this necklace, which is kind of like, it's almost fits like a loose kind of choker in that it sits right here between your collarbone. I love like this part of the body. I think it's so beautiful, and so I wanted to have something that kind of brought attention to this part without being too overbearing, and have it be really comfortable so you kind of forget that you're wearing it, but it still makes an impact when you see yourself in the mirror or in a photo, or you know, other people will definitely see it. And then to complete the collection, I thought it would be really nice to have a bracelet again with the same 3 white sapphires. And this is great for either wearing by itself, or again, you could easily pair it with other bracelets. I just think they're so elegant and timeless, and they really reflect my style. So I'm super happy with this collection, and I hope that you guys are going to love it as well. It did launch a few days ago, and I know some of you already got your hands on it, so if you take a picture with the jewelry, please tag me so I can see how you style it and how it looks on you. So moving on, I have some beauty products to talk about, and first I'll mention some new makeup that I've really been loving. The first is a new foundation by La Mer. This is the Soft Fluid Longwear Foundation, and my shade is in Tawny 41, in case some of you guys are wondering. I believe this foundation launched earlier in the month of November, so it's a new foundation, and the La Mer skincare products are some of the most expensive skincare items in the world. One of the main ingredients in their whole skincare range is this miracle broth, which is basically this kind of fermented seaweed. I think that's what it is. And basically this foundation also has this miracle broth in it. So you're kind of getting skincare plus foundation in one. So I was really intrigued to try this out for myself and see how it worked on me. And foundation is definitely one of my favorite beauty items or makeup items to experiment with, because my skin is so sensitive and just difficult to deal with. When I find a foundation that I really like, I'm super happy. So yes, to cut a long story short, I really love this, especially now when it's getting colder and it's getting a lot drier. My skin just needs something that's a little bit more moisturizing. In the summertime, I'm all about the Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation. It's beautiful, but for right now, it's just way too dry for my skin. So I needed something that was a little bit more moisturizing, but that wasn't overly glowy or oily or anything on my skin. And this is just such a beautiful foundation. It does moisturize my skin, but it doesn't make me look, heavy or oily or too shiny, which I don't like either. So this is a really great kind of in-between matte and a dewy foundation. And I do feel like the added skincare ingredients in here does make a difference to both the application and to actually how it affects the skin, underneath the makeup. It's very beautiful, it's very natural looking, it's not heavy on the skin, and it just feels really good. I also really love the sleek packaging. It has a pump, which is great. It's very sanitary and it keeps the product fresh inside. And then it's in this frosted glass bottle, which is super pretty. It looks very sleek and it feels very luxurious and high-end. Speaking of foundation, I thought I would just quickly mention what I'm using with that foundation. So this is the primer that I've been using. This is an oldie but a goodie. It is by Benefit. It is the POREfessional Pro Balm, and I use this primer in this area right here around my nose. It's seriously so amazing at filling in the pores and just making this whole area look really smooth and airbrushed. I also find that this is really good for applying onto blemishes on your skin. If you have a breakout or anything and you want to apply makeup, put something that's going to smooth the texture before you go in with the foundation or the concealer, because I feel like it really helps to even out the texture of the skin. And to go with this foundation and primer, I have been using this Oval 7 makeup brush to apply the foundation. And this is the Oval 7. The Oval 8 is usually what I think people use to apply their foundation, but I feel like it's just a little bit too big in my opinion to properly blend in the foundation and get to all the little nooks and crannies in your face. This does apply your makeup super beautifully, very smooth, and it really blends it into the skin. But what I really love about this is that it feels like a little massage on your skin. It's so amazing and so relaxing, and I think that that's the main reason why I use this. It does apply foundation really well, but just the massaging effect that it has on your face is so wonderful. These brushes are quite pricey, but the quality is amazing. I found two really great lip products last month that I am really loving, and the first one is what I'm wearing today. This is by Charlotte Tilbury. It is her lip liner or her lip cheat in the color Pillow Talk, and this is a product that you guys actually recommended that I try. The color is beautiful. It is, as I said, what I'm wearing today, and it's just the perfect nudie pink lip liner. And what I really love about it is that it stays on the lips. It's really long wearing. It also has a really great texture, it just glides on very smooth, and this color is really nice for making your lips look a little bit bigger. You could kind of just go slightly outside your natural lip line, because the color is very complementary and natural looking. And then the second lip product is a matte lipstick by Zoeva. Zoeva, and I honestly never thought that I would actually find a matte lipstick that I really loved and I would really recommend. Matte lipsticks in general for me, they just don't work and they make my lips look super dry and crackly, and I don't like that at all. But I was still kind of intrigued about the idea, so I still kept trying different ones, and I came across this one from Zoeva, and oh my god, it is amazing. It goes on super smooth, super velvety, and it dries down, but it doesn't leave your lips feeling dry. It really looks so beautiful on the lips, and it really doesn't feel like you're even wearing anything on your lips. The texture is super lightweight, which honestly for me is like a huge thing because I don't really like the way lipstick feels on my lips. That's why I tend to go for more lip liners and just, you know, small amounts of lipstick here and there, but I'm not like a huge lip product person. But this feels really good, very lightweight. You kind of forget that you're wearing anything, but then you look in the mirror and you have this beautiful color on your lips. The shade that I've been loving the most is called Faint of Heart. It's this beautiful mauve-y pink. So this is part of the package that it came in. Here are all the shades, and this was sent to me, but I am under no obligation to talk about it or to feature it or anything. I just really love these lipsticks. So this color right here is the one that I mentioned that I really love. It's called Faint of Heart. This one right next to it is called All Is Calm, and it's a little bit darker, a little bit deeper. It has a bit more of like a red kind of berry undertone to it. It's also beautiful on the lips, and then you have these other great colors here. I would highly recommend looking into these if you want to try a liquid lipstick that is not going to make your lips super dry. So moving on, the next product is a highlighter, which is so beautiful. It is from DIOR. It is called the DIOR Skin Nude Air Luminizer. It says it's a shimmering sculpting powder. The reason I found this is because I was actually looking for a dupe of their other highlighter, which came out in the springtime of this year, and this is called the Glowing Gardens Illuminating Powder, and this was part of their spring collection, which was limited edition, which is so sad because this highlighter is seriously the most beautiful highlighter I have ever used. I'm planning on doing a end of the year favorites, kind of like my favorite makeup items and beauty products from 2016. So I wanted to find a dupe for this. So basically I came across this one, which is from their new collection, which is also unfortunately limited edition, but I feel like these are literally the same thing. When I swatch these side by side, I can hardly tell a difference. They also go on very similar, and they give a very similar finish to the skin. The reason I really love this one in the first place is because it looks wet as opposed to glittery. It's a very like, you know, yummy kind of dewy glow rather than glitter on your skin, and this does it like the best for me. So I am super happy that they brought the highlighter back into a new collection, and I wanted to mention it already. I didn't want to wait till that video, which I'm probably going to film in like a month or so, because it is again limited edition. So if you are able to get your hands on this DIOR highlighter, I would highly recommend it. Moving on to a skincare product. This is a facial cream by Embryolisse. And this product I have featured on my channel before, but I thought I would talk about it again because I've really been into this lately, especially now that the weather is getting colder and drier. My skin is definitely affected by the weather changes. Even if you're indoors and you're warm at home, the effects of a radiator or a heater can be really tough on your skin as well, so it can definitely dry your skin out even if you're not, you know, outside in the cold air. And this moisturizer is so amazing for that because it really does moisturize your skin, and it doesn't make you feel oily or greasy or like it's too heavy, but you can definitely feel that it's locking in the moisture in your skin, and it makes your makeup go on so smooth. A lot of people, especially makeup artists, they use this as a primer or a base for when they're doing other people's makeup. It's kind of like a cult beauty product that a lot of people talk about, and it's very well known. It just really beautifully moisturizes my skin. It preps it for makeup. What I like to do at nighttime is just apply an extra amount of the cream cream, and I also mix it in with my Sunday Riley sleeping night oil, the Luna sleeping night oil. I mix those two together, I go to bed, I wake up and my skin is feeling so soft and supple. Kind of sucks about this is that it's a bit difficult to find unless you live in France, because it is a French product, but it is also available on cultbeauty.com and maybe a few other websites. I think also Amazon, they do carry this. But it is worth the search. Like, if you can get your hands on this, I would highly recommend it. This next item is seriously amazing. If you guys are into fragrances, this is like, it's like life-changing. This is from Diptyque. It is their Do Son fragrance. Diptyque is known for making those beautiful candles that are very, very high quality. They smell amazing. And they also have fragrances. I think a lot of them are unisex, so it's not, you know, for men or for women. These scents are very universal. It's definitely more on the floral side, and it's very like romantic and feminine, but I also feel like this is great for a guy to layer with something else, or even to wear by itself, because there is something a little bit special or a little bit masculine in this feminine fragrance, if that makes sense. I love scents that are a little bit more complicated and a little bit more like complex, and that there's different levels to it, not just like one straight thing. In case that description didn't really make a lot of sense, I'm going to read you the actual notes of this fragrance. So the top notes are African orange flower, rose, and iris. The middle notes are tuberose and pink pepper, and the base notes are benzoin and musk. It's really fresh, it smells very sophisticated and like powerful, but there's also this very calming feeling about it. I don't know, it's hard to explain a perfume, but if you're ever passing a Diptyque stand, definitely check this one out. And it's also a little bit special because I did buy this in Paris when I was there last week, and I bought this from the actual Diptyque store. So that's kind of special as well, and it's a nice little memory from Paris for me. So I have two more things that I want to talk about. Some of you might remember from my June favorites that I mentioned this book, which is written by my mom, who is a doctor. She has a doctorate in psychology. She's a really great couples counselor, and she also works a lot with individuals, and she just has so much experience in the field of relationships. And she wrote this book called 159 Mistakes Couples Make in the Bedroom. And it's a book written for couples to help them improve on their intimacy and their communication, and she gives some amazing advice in here. It's written in a really approachable and friendly and humorous manner. So yeah, I mentioned this earlier this year, and she just completed the French version, which is this one right here. This is really exciting for all my French viewers. I thought I would mention it in case you guys are interested in this book for maybe yourself or a family member or like a friend or someone who might need this. I'll have a link for this one down below, along with the first video where I mention this and I kind of talk a little bit more about it. And she's also working on translating the book into Spanish and German, so I will let you know when those are available as well. And my last favorite of the month is something that's really, really cool, and I think it would make a great Christmas gift, and it is this Polaroid camera. This is by Fujifilm, and it is called the Instax Wide 300. And these Polaroid cameras have become really popular, but most of the ones I've seen are pretty much like half this size, and they produce half the size of the Polaroid. So for example, this is the size of a normal Polaroid, like what I'm used to seeing. But as I mentioned, a lot of the ones that I've seen are actually half this size. So this is a wide 300, which means that it's going to make, you know, this size of a Polaroid, which is what I wanted. This was actually part of a present that I gave to my boyfriend for his birthday, and he absolutely loved it, and I love this too. It's actually something that we both use. I think it's a cool gift for anyone, and it's really fun to have something that is so instant. You can't take like a bunch of pictures and then go back and choose which one is your favorite like we tend to do on our iPhones, and you can't edit the picture or adjust the lighting. And I feel like it really captures a moment so authentically and so beautifully, and I just think it's so cool, especially if you have like parties with a lot of people, or if you're going on vacation, or you're doing something, you know, fun or special. And I have a link for this exact model down below in the description box in case you're interested in it. Those are all my my favorite things of the last month. I really hope that you guys enjoyed. I would love to know some of your favorites of the last month, or if you've had any experience with any of these products that I mentioned, I would love to know your thoughts on them down below in the comments. Also, let me know what you guys would like to see next. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, and as always, you can find me on my social media. I am on Instagram and Snapchat, and both of those are at AnnieJaffrey. Thank you again so much for watching. I hope you're all having a beautiful day, and I will see you guys soon. Mwah. Bye guys.
Connected to this, so be part of me. Lead me astray. Got you in my system.